To begin, before this module, I wasn't up to speed on victims' rights or a victim's Bill of Rights at all in any capacity. So it was really fascinating to me to see not only all of the rights, but the variance of those rights between state to state and country to country. Federally, all victims are entitled to the right of compensation, a notification of rights, notifications of court appearances, and the right to submit a victim impact statement. There are three primary factors which determine whether a victim will receive compensation, which include coverage, benefits, and eligibility. Individuals who are eligible for victim compensation include those who have been physically injured, those who have suffered an emotional injury as a result of such violence, if they are a family member of a deceased victim, and in some states includes any individual who pays for expenses resulting from a victim's injury and or death. Victims of rape, domestic abuse and violence, and forcible sodomy, at least in Oklahoma, have the right to press charges against their assailant, request protection from any harm as a result of cooperating with law enforcement. They also have the right to receive prompt information about compensation and available social services, as well as the right to receive free medical exams to help procure evidence. And they also have the right to an emergency order of protection should the court system be closed for any reason. All countries and jurisdictions have adopted some form of a victim's Bill of Rights model, which include compensation assistance programs, impact statements, and a victim's Bill of Rights. They all look relatively the same. However, there are a few differences between our nation's Victim Bill of Rights and those of other countries. For example, in the Netherlands and Greece, a victim can request a court review to decide whether or not to proceed with a prosecution. Or in Germany, victims are allowed to participate as a secondary prosecutor and cross-examine in their own case, which seems absolutely insane to me. Also, such countries such as Germany, or even any kind of European country really, they also place more emphasis on judge-driven cases, whereas they focus more on the judge's ruling versus depending more on the legal advocacy and the lawyers.